Hello student, welcome to the lecture series of instrumentation and sensor. Today in this lecture we will continue our chapter number 2, that is sensor installation and operations. Okay, so in this lecture we have taken some real examples of instrumentations and monitoring program. Okay, so in previous lecture we have studied about what is instrumentation and monitoring program. Okay, so instrumentation is nothing but the use of instrument, and with the help of this instrument we can easily monitor the structure, sites and the environment. Okay, so instrumentation and monitoring plays a significant role in the success of any construction project. Okay, so we can easily get our expected output with the help of instrumentations and monitoring program. Okay, so instrumentation is nothing but the use of different instrument, okay, to detect and sense the physical parameters, and monitoring program is nothing but the monitoring of these parameters to get expected output and success of any construction project. Okay, so we can use this instrumentation and monitoring program to monitor the tunnels, high-rise buildings, deep excavation, boreholes, then seaports, railways, dams, bridges and airport areas. Okay, so instrumentation and monitoring program are very useful to monitor this type of areas, okay, and to get our expected output and safety of any construction project or to get success in any construction projects. Okay, so we have studied about what is instrumentation and what is monitoring program in detail in our previous lecture, that is what is instrumentation and monitoring program. Okay, and also in last lecture we have studied about how we can monitor the tunnel construction site and what is the process and which type of instrumentation and monitoring is beneficial to monitoring groundwater level and tunnel constructions. Okay, so in this lecture we will learn about more examples related instrumentation and monitoring of different areas like dam, bridges. Okay, so let us understand with monitoring of diaphragm wall displacement. So we can say that deep excavation is carried out before the construction of any structure like high-rise buildings, underground garages, underground mass transport system that operating at several levels. Okay, so we need deep excavation before the construction of this type of high-rise buildings. Okay, so we can say that excavation in soft ground includes the ground movement. Okay, so with the help of excavation in soft ground, which include the ground movements also. So we can say that deep excavation of the soft ground which include the ground movement also. So we can say that sometimes this ground movement damage the existing sensitive structures. Okay, so at that time we have to monitor the ground movement with the help of different instruments. Okay, so with the help of this monitoring we can easily ensure the safety of any construction work. Okay, so we can say that we need instrumentation and monitoring during the construction of high-rise building. Okay, so at that time we have to monitor the ground movement by excavation of any soft ground. Okay, because sometimes this ground movement damage some sensitive structures. Okay, so with the help of different instrument we have to monitor this type of ground movement. Okay, so this is the first area where we have to use instrumentation and monitoring program. Okay, so with the help of different instrument means which we have studied in our previous lecture. So with the help of that type of different instrument we can easily measure the ground movement. Next example is monitoring of bridges. Okay, so let us understand monitoring of bridges is necessary or not. Okay, so we can say that the continuously monitoring of the structural health to ensure the proper maintenance and safety of main and material. Okay, so sometimes there is collapse of bridges occur, and that may be occur due to the change in tilt of affected area. Okay, so we need instrumentation and monitoring. So instrumentation is effectively used to online monitoring the different types of structures to give the timely warning of the dangerous condition. Okay, so at that time we have to use instrumentation to continuously monitor the data of the sensitive structures or different type of structures. Okay, and purpose of this type of monitoring that it is continuously give the data to owner, designer or contractor, or we can say that architect about the continuous performance of the structure. Okay, so main factor that affecting the performance of the bridge is that we can say that due to the age of the structure, the parameter of the structure may be changed. Okay, second is nearby construction. So we can say that due to any nearby construction, there is chances of changes in structure of bridges. Next is vibration due to traffic. Okay, due to heavy traffic there is vibration occurs. So due to this any changes occurs in bridges structures. Okay, then groundwater level, due to the water level of the ground. Second is atmosphere condition, due to atmosphere condition there are chances of parameter changes, then movement of slopes in hilly area. So this type of parameter may be affected in performance of any structures. Okay, so we need instrumentation and monitoring. So we have to continuously monitor this type of parameter that affect the performance of any structures. Okay, so at that time we need instrumentation. So with the help of different instrument we can easily monitor this type of parameter and different types of parameter that affect the performance of any structures and bridges. Okay, then next is monitoring consolidation of soft soil. Okay, to avoid the serious and potentially expensive problem due to such settlement, we need instrumentation and monitoring program. Okay, so to avoid serious and potentially expensive problem due to such settlement, it is desirable. So we can say that construction of a facility on the top of a soft soil foundation will normally be delayed until there is surety that it will not be damaged by the settlement that occurs during the consolidations. Okay, so if the predicted delay is not acceptable, then the time required for consolidation can be reduced by installation of vertical drains. Okay, so here we can say that we need instrumentation and monitoring program to avoid serious and potentially expensive problem due to the settlement. Next example, that is seepage monitoring in an open channel. Okay, so we can say that seepage of water is expected through the dam, around the dam and under the dam, in all embankment dams and in all concrete dams. Okay, so from the quality of seepage path and velocity of the seepage, that gives us analysis about the structural behavior of the dam. Okay, so from the quality of seepage path and velocity of the seepage, we can easily analyze the structure of the dam. Okay, so we can say that the large quantity of the seepage around the dam, under the dam or through the dam may dissolve some of the chemical constituents of the rock or soil material present at that locations. So monitoring of the seepage by velocity of the seepage, quantity of the seepage and seepage path, that is an important form of the performance observation for an embankment dam. Okay, so by monitoring the seepage we can easily observe the performance of the embankment dam. Okay, so here also monitoring is necessary to monitor the seepage velocity, seepage quantity and seepage path to observe the performance of embankment dam. Okay, so at that time we need instrumentation and monitoring program. So let us understand how we need instrumentation and monitoring program during the monitoring of the dam. So monitoring of the dam is essential to understand the foundation and the structural behavior of the dam during the construction and operations of the dam. So we can say that instrumentation plays a key role in safety monitoring of the dam and people that provide us the necessary data regarding the performance of the dam and in any problems in dam at early stages. Okay, so by getting data or information at early stages, we can easily detect the problem. Okay, so we can say that instrumentation plays an important role to monitor the performance and structural behavior of the construction of the dam, and we can say that the information is very critical for the dam owner who is directly responsible for any consequences of dam failure. Okay, so if any chances of dam failure, so we can say that for public safety and economic benefit, so safe operation of the dam is important role. Okay, so to monitor the structural behavior of the dam and construction of the dam, we need instrumentation and monitoring program here also. Okay, now next example, that is monitoring of a nuclear power plants. Okay, so let us understand why we can use instrumentation and monitoring in nuclear power plants. So for nuclear power plants, it is strongly recommended that the structural health is continuously monitored to ensure that safety of the personnel, material and nearby communities and the environment. Okay, so instrumentation and monitoring is necessary for the safety of the personnel, material and nearby environment. Okay, so it is necessary to continuously monitor the structural health of the nuclear power plant, and it is strongly recommended. Okay, so at that time we need compilation of the long-term and reliable data on the various elements of the plant, especially foundation, anchoring system, containment structure. Okay, so we need that type of data also. So that type of data that is used to determine the effect of any natural calamities such as earthquake, cyclone and flooding, etc. on the structure. Okay, and also we need that type of data to plan and schedule predictive and preventive maintenance program for the plant. And what is predictive and preventive maintenance? So that we have studied in our previous lecture. Okay, so we need data from nuclear power plant to continuous monitoring the foundation, anchor system and containment structures. Okay, so at that time we need instrumentations and different instrument to monitor this type of data for the safety purpose of the personal, material and nearby environment or any environmental changes that affect the structure of the plant. Okay, so in this lecture we have taken some examples that how we can use or why we can use instrumentation and monitoring program to monitor different areas, and what is the main purpose to monitor different area to get different information or data for safety purpose. Okay, so in this two lecture we have studied about instrumentation and monitoring program and how this instrumentation and monitoring program is helpful to get information regarding the structural health of any structure, bridges, dams, tunnel and groundwater monitoring, and how we can use this data for safety purpose. And monitoring can be done during the pre-construction, post-construction and during the construction. Okay, there are two types of monitoring. First one is long-term monitoring and second is short-term monitoring. Okay, so by getting data and information at early stages, we can easily predict the output of the structure or our construction plant. Okay, and long-term monitoring of any plant or construction site that give us continuously data regarding parameters that affect our construction. Okay, so in this lecture we have studied about benefit of instrumentation and monitoring program and what is the main purpose of instrumentation and monitoring program and what is the use of different instrument to monitor the different area in civil engineering. Okay, so thank you for watching this video.